Good morning to all my wonderful viewers out there, and welcome back to another showcase video. The series where I showcase my sneaker collection, streetwear collection, or sometimes even jewelry collection on the channel. Now in today's video, I'm going to be showcasing my entire Supreme New York Sweatshirt collection. Yeah guys, so on this very cold Tuesday, I was actually planning on doing a very different video, but yeah, because Palace is doing a collaboration this week, I can't cover the drop list for their drop this week, and they also haven't released what pieces are releasing in this collab, so I can't cover the collab either. So I'm gonna have to do something a little bit different. Now, what I'm gonna be doing today is I'm gonna be covering my entire Supreme New York sweatshirt collection. So that's Crewneck sweaters, hooded sweatshirts, the whole lot. I'm not gonna be covering my knits that I have from Supreme, but in saying that, I only have one knit from Supreme and I'm literally wearing it right now. So I guess you can count it as covered because I'm literally wearing it. But yeah, I'll be diving into my entire collection. All these sweatshirts that I have collected over the years. I haven't actually bought one for a while, and I was thinking of doing a video talking about why I haven't bought from Supreme and Palace in a long time, because I definitely want to talk about that in its own video. But yeah, how I'm going to be showcasing the collection to you guys is I will lay it out all on my bed here, showcase it all laid out there, and then I will cover it in sets of 3, just so it's easy for me to highlight each of the pieces, why I think they're cool, etc, etc. I think that's just the best way of going about it. Hopefully I will add to this collection and pick up more Supreme hoodies and Crewneck sweatshirts in the future. But yeah, as I mentioned, there is a reason that I haven't picked up from them in a while, and I'll cover that in a totally different video. It's nothing too drastic, it's more just like a opportunity cost kind of reason, I suppose. But yeah, anyway, let's get into it guys. Let's start covering this Supreme sweatshirt collection that I have, and yeah, get into it.
Okay, so I'm just recording it on my phone. It's probably got really horrible audio quality. I do probably just need to actually get a proper camera that I could take out and record stuff like this, but here it is laid out here. I mean, yeah, I suppose this probably, as I mentioned, isn't the best way to showcase the whole collection of sweatshirts that I have. And I also just realized I've got quite a few hoodies, like they're all hoodies. And then I've got one Crewneck, which probably says to me that I need to pick up more Supreme Crewnecks, because they're awesome. They're absolutely awesome pieces. It's kind of sad that I only have one. But yeah, so as mentioned, I will grab 3 of them, and then I will talk about 3 individually and just do it in sets of 3. And I mean, hopefully I actually have enough that it perfectly divides out to be in sets of 3, but I guess we'll find that out as we go. So yeah, let's just dive straight into it guys and start covering this collection. Well, I guess we'll start it off with the first piece, which is my only Crewneck, which is this Supreme black on black Bogo. Now this one is old. I think it's actually over 20 years old. I cannot remember which year I dated this at, but this one is from the very, very early 2000s. It's pre-2004, because off the top of my head, it's been a while since I've had to date Supreme tags and everything like that, but from what I know, 2004 is when Supreme switched to nylon tags, and before that, the tags down here on the left-hand side were paper tags, or I mean, I want to say paper, but they definitely weren't nylon. They weren't, something that'll last. So a lot of the tags you either find are super faded or just completely gone. Luckily, this one's actually been kept in pretty damn good nick, and it still has its paper tags down there. And again, I think I dated it either 2001 or 2003. I don't think they did a black on black in 2002. I'd have to go back again and have a look at my research and just, dive into it a little bit. But yeah, I bought this off a guy who used to go to Japan every single year, was a huge fan of early 2000s Bape, early 2000s Supreme, and he was just like getting rid of his whole closet. He was selling like everything he'd collected from either the Supreme stores, the Bape stores, or the, I guess, streetwear stores in Japan when he went over there every single year. And I managed to snag this, I wouldn't say for an absolute steal, but for a really good price. Like, it wasn't anything too crazy. And yeah, it was just a really good pickup. You'll notice that the font is very, very different for an early 2000s one. The text is really disjointed, and there's... well, I don't want to say disjointed, but it just looks so different from the later renditions. I think the font is also a lot thicker in the early 2000s ones as well. It changes every... Well, it hasn't changed recently, but every like 5 to 10 years in the early 2000s, it definitely changed. But yeah, just a really awesome piece there. You see a couple of them prop up engrailed from the year that this one came out from, and it's just crazy to see like such early pieces. But it's in pretty good nick, I gotta say, and I managed to pick it up in an extra large. So an awesome little piece there. Moving into the next one, another early 2000s one, which I definitely should have gotten in an extra large because it's quite small on me. We have the Supreme Marcopoulos all over print hoodie. Now, in this 2006 collaboration, released a pair of Vans, a t-shirt, and the hoodie. The hoodie features an all-over print of Ari Marcopoulos's photography that he took of the Supreme gang, obviously just skating. So the Supreme skaters just skating in that era. It's all over, so it's even on the back and everything like that. The hood, it's an absolutely crazy piece. I bought this one in a large, but I should have asked for measurements because early 2000s Supreme hoodies, the large is very true to size. If anything, it runs a little bit small. So I probably shouldn't have picked this one up and waited to see if an extra large one would come up, because the extra large would fit me quite well. This is quite tight on me, but yeah, I really just love it for its like crazy design, all over print, and the photos, like just having a look at each of the Supreme skaters skating. It just, yeah, it's just an awesome, awesome piece. Now, moving into the third piece that I'll cover in this first set, we have my first ever Supreme piece. What we have is the, I want to say 2017 Thrasher Supreme hoodie, but I could be wrong on the year. It has Supreme down the sides of the arms, which I actually am still not a huge fan of, this blocky Supreme font down the sides of the arms. It doesn't have anything on the front, as you can see. It's very, very blank. But then, as you turn it over, this is where the fun kind of begins with it. So on the hood, it's got skate and destroy, the classic little motif that Thrasher always uses. And then it has another classic Thrasher motif. Oh my God, why can't my boyfriend skate? Or, oh God, why can't my boyfriend skate? And it has this awesome back graphic hit there. I bought this one in a large. It has sort of yellowed, I guess, sort of changed color since I first bought it. It was an awesome introductory piece. That was when I was buying quite a bit of Thrasher back in the day, and it's just, yeah, it was just a sweet first piece. I remember, I think I paid way too much for it back in the day, but I suppose 2017 was when Supreme was popping a lot more. But all around, a really awesome piece to introduce me to the brand for sure. And I still wear it every now and then. It's just not too often that I get to break it out, but a sweet little piece there. That's the first set of 3 pieces, guys. So we'll move on to the next set of 3. Moving into the second set, which I know, what a boring one to start the second set off with. I know, yeah, look, okay. There's nothing going on the front of it. It's not hugely entertaining. It's just a nice little grey hoodie. But it's in the back. The back is where the fun is at. And I unboxed this one on the channel from memory. What we have is, I think it's called the Supreme Digi hoodie. But, oh yeah, geez. Look how different that changed, huh? So we got a little Supreme hit up here. And then we've obviously got this huge back graphic, which I'll see if I can try and capture it by getting super up close. But as you can see, the graphic itself is actually made up of a lot of different alphabets and just lettering typed out, line by line. I mean, I don't know if it's going to pick up that detail on my phone, but yeah, it's literally just a bunch of text like throughout that whole picture. And it's not until you come back, you zoom out, that the actual image is showcased. I just thought it was super cheeky. Someone was selling it on Grailed for a pretty good price, so I was like, yep, I'll pick it up. It's not cracking too bad. I think there's like a crack like here or there. There's definitely one there, but yeah, it's the graphic itself is not cracking too bad. even though it's a couple years old now. I cannot remember which year this one came out, but yeah, its nick is pretty good. I don't wear it as often as I should because it is a little bit of a cheeky hoodie, but yeah, I don't mind pulling it out every now and then and just rocking it. Moving into the second one. Moving to the first black one that I have here. This one I picked up from I guess a streetwear boutique in Australia. This one had just came out in the latest season at the time of me buying it, which I think was fall winter 19. Cannot remember for the life of me. It has 1-800 Supreme on it, which I think if you call that number, it actually calls up to like a building company in the US. I know a couple people made like videos on it and stuff like that, prank calling the phone line there. But on the back is where the real fun comes in. So what we have here is just this huge, absolutely huge embroidered graphic on the back like that. There's no print to this. This is all embroidery along here. Now, as you can see here, it's got these little green bits of embroidery there. Those, once they absorb some UV light, actually become glow in the dark when you go into a dark room. It's crazy. I like, if I had to really say something about this hoodie though, I kind of wish the 1-800 Supreme embroidery and just like detail in general wasn't on it, and I kind of just wish the hoodie was just this graphic on the back and that was it. I don't understand why they included this phone number graphic and this graphic together, but hey, I mainly bought it for this. Like this, I just thought this graphic, this design here, embroidered onto it was just crazy. So I had to pick that one up. Yeah, an awesome little piece. I think that one is also in a large from memory. But yeah, moving into the third hoodie, a classic, an absolute classic. What we have is the gray and red box logo from, I think I dated this one 2013 based off the tags and everything. I know that in the early 2010s, Supreme released a gray and red Bogo for like 3 years in a row from memory. I think it was 2011, 2012, and 2013, or maybe it was 2011, 2013, and then 2014. Oh, I can't even, it's been so long since I've had to recall this stuff. But this, I don't know, this one has a cool story to it. So I was actually starting my office job, and when I went to the office, I was always bringing in my 2018 Supreme, like large duffel bag. And a guy sat down next to me saying, oh yeah, like where did you get that duffel bag? What's the brand, yada, yada. And I started talking about it. Turns out he got into Supreme in the early 2010s and collected it like crazy during the whole era of the, the Golf Wang guys rocking it. So he bought a ton of Bogos, everything like that, back in those years when it wasn't popping as much as it was a couple years later, like 2015 to 2018 or whatever. So he just amassed this huge collection of pieces from the Supreme in that era. And I asked him like what hoodies and stuff he had. He's like, oh, I've got 2 Bogos, I've got a ton of caps, I've got a couple jackets. And I was like, oh, okay, like, are you selling any of it? And he's like, yeah, man, like I haven't worn it for like almost 10 plus years. So if you want to buy it off me, you can definitely buy it off me. So I bought the gray and red Bogo off him. He has a black on black hooded Bogo as well. And I really should hit him up again saying if he's selling any of the rest of it. But yeah, it was really nice. He bought it all in an extra large, even though he's like a lot smaller than me and it would be super oversized on him, but it works perfectly for me because extra large is still quite fitted for me when it comes to Supreme. Well, it's not super fitted, but it's not super oversized as well. But yeah, no, an awesome piece, quite an old one now. It's probably coming up to 10 years old, or maybe already 10 years old. But yeah, like a timeless classic little piece there. As I don't know if you can notice, but the actual Bogo font changes as well from the early 2000s one that I showcased before to this one here. It's a lot tighter in this one here. But yeah, that is the next set of 3 guys. So let's move on to the third set of 3 hoodies. Moving into the next set of 3, we have this classic, this absolute classic. For what we have is the Supreme Rap-A-Lot Records Geto Boys Hoodie. Now, this one came out in 2017 as well, I think. It features their sophomore album, not their debut, because their debut is self-titled, I think, if I remember my Geto Boys discography really, really well. It features the album artwork with a little bit of co-branding down the bottom there. It has started cracking a little bit, I think around the center. Don't know if I can highlight that there, but yeah, fantastic album. Really just wanted it because I love the Geto Boys. Awesome 90s hip-hop group. On the back, it features just the record label and some co-branding. So Rap-A-Lot Records, Supreme, obviously. But yeah, just a really solid piece. Someone was selling this on Grailed for, I wouldn't say super cheap, but like a really good price. It was like high 100 USDs, like 170 US dollars or something like that. I can't really remember how much I paid for it, but it was like a good price, just a bit above retail. It was quite worn in, like the fleece is like gone. Like this, whoever wore this before wore this a lot, but hey, I mean, that's fine with me. Like, for a good price, I'll pick it up. I really want to pick up the varsity jacket for this collab that released. It is a nylon one, which is, or polyester one, which has been unfortunate, but I'd still like to pick it up. An awesome piece, though. Absolutely love this one. Moving into the second one, we have one from, oh God, I think this is either like 2018 or 2016. I can't remember the year. We have this one. I think they called it Magenta and Cream. I can't remember, but I can't remember what this hoodie's actually called. But I really liked it for its design and its use of color. So what we have is a hooded sweatshirt, which kind of cons you into thinking that it's two pieces in one, because it has like a crewneck sweater neckline and then a hood sticking out the back of it, when it's obviously just one piece. This one features the classic Supreme New York logo there, and I just really liked, the stripes and the color on it. It did come in a couple other colors, but I only liked this color it came in, and it's one of the few Supreme hoodies that's made in China and has the pockets on the sides instead of a kangaroo pouch, as Supreme does that sometimes. Instead of getting their business that they pay in Canada to do their cut and sew hoodies, sometimes they do these hoodies with pockets on the sides that are made in China. They're not as good as the ones made in Canada, but they're still pretty good. Still pretty good quality. Just really like the colors on it. Thought it was really unique, and I liked its kind of like its con here of making you think that it's two pieces when really it's just one. And now moving into the final hoodie for this set of three, we have this classic. I really just love this for this like little graphic that it has on the front of it. So what we have is Supreme written on the front here, and then we have the burning cop car on the front. I think this one is for winter 2019 as well. It came out with a coach's jacket from memory with the same graphic on the back of it. Would love to own the coach's jacket as well, but it's a hard one to find. And even this hoodie, after I bought it, I noticed the prices on it were like kind of going kind of crazy. I don't know why. I think it's just because like it's like a nice simple little Supreme hoodie, but yeah, quite interesting. I didn't think that the price would go so high for just such a simple hoodie, but yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. Yeah, awesome little piece there. That's the next set though. We'll move into the final hoodies that I have to showcase. Now, last but not least, I don't know, maybe it is the best one. Save the best till last? I don't know. Nah, it all depends on your personal opinion. But what we have here is a classic, an absolute classic. We have the Supreme Undercover Public Enemy all over print collaborative hoodie. So I cannot remember which season this released in. I think it was spring summer 2018. It has been a hot minute. We have the Fear of a Black Planet artwork plastered all over the piece, like front and back, like it's crazy. And then instead of having a kangaroo pouch on it, it's another one of those hoodies that they get made in China where it has the pockets on the side. I think all the ones that are made in China are French terry instead of cotton fleece. They get all their cotton fleece hoodies done in Canada, but they get their French terry hoodies done in China. I guess the company that does cotton fleece doesn't do French terry, so if they want a hoodie done in French terry, they contact their China manufacturer. And knowing Undercover is a huge fan of French terry sweatshirts, so it kind of made sense that this one would be one of those, because I mean a lot of the seasons that I have of Undercover are French terry for their crewnecks and their hoodies and stuff like that, so it all kind of makes sense. But yeah, just a classic hoodie, awesome album. Public Enemy's awesome. Undercover by Jun Takahashi's awesome. Supreme's awesome. I just love it because of that, because all those things come together in this hoodie. It is quite loud though, as you can see, like this all over print. it isn't something that everyone can wear, and it's quite a hard piece to wear because it's so loud, but you know, nothing's impossible. You can still rock it. I really like it. It's super soft. I picked this one up for a really good price, and I would love to pick up more pieces from that collab. But yeah, unfortunately that's it, guys. I don't have another set of 3. We have to end on this one. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on all the sweatshirts that I have collected over the years. We've got a lot of them in larges, extra larges. Some of them I would love to get in extra larges and trade out the larges. Some of them potentially even 2XLs. But yeah, I would love to hear all your thoughts and opinions on my entire Supreme sweatshirt collection down in that comment section below.
Well, there it is, guys. That's the entire sweatshirt collection, both hooded and not hooded. Although in saying that, the not hooded section wasn't exactly that big. I mean, that's not to say that there hasn't been some awesome crewnecks that Supreme has released over the years. I definitely would be looking to pick more up. It's just that, yeah, it's quite expensive. Even secondhand ones are quite expensive. So yeah, if stuff comes along at a good price, for sure. But these days I am looking over to Japan for pieces to pick up from there, because they have nice like designer that's secondhand for like really, really good prices and stuff like that. So that's kind of where I'm spending my money. But yeah, would love to pick up more hoodies, more crewnecks, and also because I'm Australian, it's really hard to pick up Supreme because they don't ship internationally. So every single piece that I have owned, I've either bought secondhand, at resale, yeah, because I can't buy them at retail. So yeah, I mean, maybe that speaks a little bit more about why my collection may not be as big as others, because I have to go through so many more loopholes to pick them up. But yeah, I even though there are so many loopholes I have to go through to try and be able to get them, so many hurdles, I still want to pick up a lot more Supreme hoodies and stuff, especially from their past seasons. They've released some really nice stuff like throughout the decades that I would love to own. But yeah, let me know what your collection's looking like, guys. Maybe you have a lot more than me and typing it out would be a bit of a struggle. But yeah, seriously, let me know what your thoughts are on either my collection or what your collection's like down in that comment section below. And if you guys want me to do more videos like this, showcasing more of my collections for certain brands or certain, I guess, areas of brands, like, you know, maybe X brand, but the jackets or something like that in that brand or something like that, let me know down in that comment section below. If you want me to do more content like this, of course, you got to give me the 3 indicators I always ask you for, which is a like on this video, a comment in that comment section down below, and obviously the best indicator you can give me is subscribe to the channel. We're trying to aim for the new subscriber milestone of 3,345 subscribers before the end of the month as well. Can we hit it? I honestly don't know. We only have like 1 sub left. Like, we're so close. So go tell a mate to sub, go tell some mates of mates to subs, and then maybe we can hit 3,345 before the end of the month. But that's everything I got to say about this collection, guys. If I pick up a couple more pieces, I of course will unbox them on the channel, and then maybe, who knows, in 6 to 12 months time, I might do an updated video on, yeah, on my collection. If like there's significant enough change to the collection or something like that. But yeah, guys, until the next showcase video, until the next Supreme video, until the next streetwear talk video in general, I'll catch you later.